Well, that escalated quickly. No, I mean it. That really got out of hand fast. Brink killed a guy. Yes, thanks to one of my favorite movies growing up for help with the opener there. Caps win 7-4 in comeback ass-kicking fashion over the Utah Mammoth in Utah. Wearing the Tom Wilson jersey today, I wonder why? Let's get into it, babes. Because a lot happened in this game. Probably, objectively, one of the best games in the league this season from just a pure entertainment standpoint. And the Caps, they were resilient. They showed a lot of fight, both figuratively and literally. So, first period, right? I am going to run through kind of the important events of this game first, as there were a lot of them, and then we will do the scoring right after. So first period, Brandon Tanev with a disgusting hit from behind on Matt Roy. He sees numbers the whole way and he drives Matt Roy's head into the glass. Tom Wilson, he immediately goes after Brandon Tanev, trying to get a piece of him. Brandon Tanev turtles like a little bitch, which Tom Wilson would later make fun of as he was being escorted to the penalty box. This is a 5-minute major penalty all day long by Brandon Tanev here. We have seen this call time and time again, consistently throughout this league, this season, and in seasons past as well for many, many, many years now. 5-minute major all day and all night by Brandon Tanev here. However, the referees here, they do not even go to look at this thing. They do not even review it for a major. They simply give him a 2-minute minor penalty for boarding. And they give Tom Wilson 4 minutes for roughing. And so the Caps, who are the ones who just saw their teammate's head being driven through the glass, the Capitals are the ones who somehow come out of this situation short-handed. And Utah scores on that power play because of course they do. That put the Mammoth up 3-1 at the time. It was their second power play goal of the first period. Their first power play goal of the period came after Mikhail Sergachev tripped himself, and they called Dylan Strome for it. The referees had themselves a night in this one. So, second period now, okay? Brandon Duhaime challenges Brandon Tanev to a fight. Brandon Duhaime kicks his ass, avenging his teammate and good buddy Matt Roy. And watch the reaction of the Washington Capitals bench to this fight by Brandon Duhaime. The bench clears, okay? Every single Washington Capitals player leaves the bench to come over to the penalty box and give a fist bump to Brandon Duhaime. That is a team if I have ever seen one, okay? And you just knew that they were going to find a way to win this game after witnessing that. Still in the second period now, Tom Wilson is finally released from the penalty box here. And he makes a hit on Jack McBain that is an absolutely gorgeous hit. I know some people online had their panties in a wad over this one. This is a good, clean, hard hit by Tom Wilson. If you don't like it, then you don't like hockey, okay? Either that or you never watched hockey before like 2015, because this is a textbook clean hit here by Tom Wilson. Just blows up Jack McBain. What a hit by number 43 of the Washington Capitals. And you will remember, no doubt, that Jack McBain is the same asshat who broke Alexander Ovechkin's leg last season. And you know what they say? Elephants don't forget, and there is a 6'4", 225-pound, very angry elephant by the name of Tom Wilson, who was not going to forget that hit by Jack McBain last season on his captain, Alex Ovechkin. So he blows McBain up with the hit, and then he blows McBain a kiss, mwah, from the penalty box, just to rub the salt in the wound and say, fuck you. I tweeted this out during the game tonight, but there is no such thing as owning too many Tom Wilson jerseys. The limit does not exist. Another one of my favorite movies there. Third period, Tom Wilson comes out of the penalty box again, and now Lawson Crouse wants a piece of him. Bad decision by Lawson Crouse. The Utah tough guy has bitten off more than he can chew with Tom Wilson. Wilson kicks his ass. Lawson Crouse does not even get the chance to throw a single punch until Tom had already kind of barrel rolled over top of him at the end of kicking his ass. And now, finally, Tom Wilson has put himself down on the ice, and so Lawson Crouse takes that opportunity to throw his first punch of the fight to the back of Wilson's head, as, like I said, he is already down on the ice. Just a bitch move there by Lawson Crouse. And Tom Wilson thought so too, as he is laughing heartily and mocking Lawson Crouse as he makes his way over to the penalty box after handily, like I said, winning that fight. Lawson Crouse, he really did just bit off a lot more than he could chew there with big Tom Wilson. And Lawson Crouse is a big guy too, but yeah, clearly not on a fighting level with Tom Wilson. And just to rub the salt in the wound a little more there, Lawson Crouse, he gets tagged with the instigator penalty as well, as he was the one going over to seek out Tom Wilson right as Wilson exited the penalty box. So, Crouse with the instigator penalty, and the Caps would score on that power play. Because of course they would. And that power play goal is the go-ahead goal in the third period, and the Caps would never relinquish that lead on their way to a 7-4 victory. So, from down 3-1 to winning 7-4 after Utah's stupid decision to poke the bear. Now, let's quickly do your scoring, babes. So, like I said, Utah would eventually take a 3-1 lead in the first period. But first, with the first goal of this hockey game, it was Ivan Miroshnichenko for the Washington Capitals, the recent call-up from the Hershey Bears. He leans into one here, folks, for his first goal of the season with the Caps. He had been lighting it up in Hershey, of course, with the Bears, but this is his first goal in the NHL this season. Like I said, just recently called up there from the Hershey Bears. Hendrix Lapierre carries the puck into the Mammoth zone with speed after a beautiful breakout pass, by the way, by Jacob Chychrun all the way back in the Caps defensive zone. Beautiful, beautiful breakout pass there from Jacob Chychrun. He would get the secondary assist on this goal with the, like I said, breakout pass to Hendrix Lapierre. Then Hendrix Lapierre carries the puck in with a lot of speed, like I said. He curls back to find Ivan Miroshnichenko, and Miroshnichenko, who boy, does he ever walk into this slap shot, lets it rip. It was clocked at 94 miles an hour and hits the back of the net past former Caps netminder Vitek Vanacek. And so, yeah, that was the first goal of the game, and it is the first goal in the NHL this season, like I said, for Ivan Miroshnichenko. So, first period ends with the Utah Mammoth up 3-1, right? Like I said, Utah, they scored 2 power play goals in the first period alone. And so, yeah, they are up 3-1 at the end of one. There's all of these shenanigans, and that appeared to wake the Caps up, obviously, for these final 40 minutes. Second period, Alex Ovechkin gets his Capitals back in it with his 27th goal of this season already. Beautiful pass here by Rasmus Sandin, finds Ovi down low in front of the net, just where you want him to be, and a beautiful touch there by Alex Ovechkin to beat Vanacek. So yeah, it is Alex Ovechkin, his 27th goal of this season, assisted by Rasmus Sandin and Martin Feravari as well with the secondary assist. This cuts the Utah lead to 3-2. And then, still in the second period, it is Alex Ovechkin again, this time with his 28th goal of this season. Dylan Strome finds Ovi up at the top of the Utah Mammoth zone. Alex Ovechkin, he holds that puck there inside the blue line. He waits a second to allow a screen to develop in front of the net, in front of Vitek Vanacek, waits for that screen. It was Jacob Chychrun, I believe, down low, actually. So Chychrun and Ovi had kind of swapped spots there. Chychrun down low in the zone, in front of the Utah net. Ovi up at the top, just inside the blue line. Like I said, such a smart play here by Alex Ovechkin. This is a goal scorer's goal waits for the screen to be set in front of the net there by Chychrun. Alex Ovechkin, he has his head up the whole way here, waiting for that screen. And then as soon as there is a screen on Vanecek, Ovi picks his spot, picks his corner, and he shoots it here perfectly. Great aim by the Great Eight for his second goal of the game already here. His second goal of the second period, and this one pulls the Caps even here. 3-3 before the end of the second. And yeah, assists on Ovi's 28th goal of the season are to Dylan Strome, like I said, on the primary assist, and to Trevor Van Riemsdyk as well on the secondary assist. And so we go to the third period tied, where the Caps, they get that power play from that Lawson Crouse instigator penalty. And initially, it actually looked like the Caps might not score on this power play, as they hadn't scored yet as we were coming to the end of this power play. And if you have watched my channel here, Janaea Talks Caps, you know that I have been screaming this into the void like since Cole Hutson signed his entry-level contract, which was just a few games ago now, right? So it's not been very long, but I have been screaming it since day one, since he signed that 3-year entry-level contract. Put this guy out there on the top power play unit and let's get some frickin' power play goals, okay? They don't do it again here. They don't have him out there on the top unit again in this game. And like I said, it was looking like it was going to be another fruitless power play here for the Washington Capitals. They finally put Cole Hutson out there for the final 30-second shift of this power play. And oh, look, we score right away. And more than that, we score because of Cole Hutson. Very similar to his captain, Alex Ovechkin, near the end of the second period. Cole Hutson here, he has the puck just inside of the offensive blue line, right? He is waiting there just inside of the offensive blue line with that puck. He is waiting for someone to get in front of the net and set a screen there. He holds on, he waits for it. Anthony Beauvillier goes and parks it in front of the net, and that is when Cole Hutson head up the whole way, just like his captain Alex Ovechkin prior, just like I just mentioned, head up the whole way, sees Anthony Beauvillier in front, and that is when Cole Hutson chooses to take this shot, and he shoots this shot for a tip by Anthony Beauvillier, and Beauvillier gets it done. Beautiful deflection here, beautiful tip-in goal by Anthony Beauvillier. And yeah, Cole Hutson here, the beautiful primary assist, and it was Connor McMichael as well, another young guy out there for this second unit of the power play, right? Connor McMichael as well on the secondary assist here. Caps get the massive go-ahead power play goal in the third period after Lawson Crouse takes that dumbass instigator penalty. So it is 4-3 Caps, and then just a few minutes after that, after the Caps have taken the lead here in the third period, the Washington Capitals feeling it now. They're all over the Utah Mammoth in their own zone. Just buzzing around here are the Washington Capitals, and after several grade A scoring chances in front, they finally get one to go here. Rasmus Sandin walks into this thing again. Number of very hard shots by the Capitals in this game. And yeah, Rasmus Sandin, the defenseman, walks into this one, wires it past Vitek Vanecek, and it is now a 5-3 Capitals lead. Mackenzie Weegar would get one back for Utah to make it 5-4, but it did not matter because less than 2 minutes after Mackenzie Weegar scored that goal for the Mammoth, it is the Capitals striking again here, and it is the kid, Ivan Miroshnichenko, striking again, his second goal of this game. For Ivan Miroshnichenko, pretty beautiful play here, honestly. Like, he brings this puck to the net with a lot of steam, right? A lot of speed, a lot of force driving the net. You love to see that. Bit of a, lucky deflection here for the puck to actually go in past Vanecek, but, who cares, right? He makes the strong play to the net. That is what we want to see. Strong net drive there by the kid. So, yeah, you love to see that. Ivan Miroshnichenko, his second goal in the NHL this season, and coincidentally, his second goal of this hockey game, the recent call-up from the Hershey Bears, Ivan Miroshnichenko. Second of the game puts the Caps up 6-4. And Jacob Chychrun with another assist on that one. And by the way, after that, the Caps' 6th goal of this hockey game, the Utah coaching staff, they had seen enough. They pull Vitek Vanecek. So former Capitals netminder not having a great showing against his former team. Vitek Vanecek, more like Vitek Vanecek out early, am I right? So 6-4 Caps, and then the Mammoth, they would pull their goaltender for the extra attacker there at the end of the game, trying to get something going against this Washington Capitals team, trying to get a spark there, trying to get a goal to get back in this game. They could not do it. They do not get anything past Logan Thompson again. So yeah, what a game by the Washington. I should mention as well, Alex Ovechkin, he finds the empty net with it was 5 point something seconds remaining. So we'll call it 6 seconds remaining. Alex Ovechkin finds the empty net from Dylan Strome on the primary assist. That was the only assist on that goal. Dylan Strome making sure that he got that puck up to Alex Ovechkin with, like I said, only about 5 seconds left in the hockey game, so that Alex Ovechkin could sink that thing right into the middle of the empty net for his hat trick goal. So yeah, I mean, what a game by the 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin. That is his second hat trick this season, folks. Multiple hat tricks in the season for a 40-year-old in the National Hockey League. That's crazy. I believe he is only the 3rd player ever to do that, to record multiple hat tricks in the same season at the age of 40. So what a game and what a season by Alex Ovechkin. And yeah, that hat trick goal, that is his 29th goal of this season already. He is in all likelihood going to hit 30 plus goals again here in, like I said, his age 40 season. This guy is unbelievable, ages like a fine wine, obviously. He could play forever and ever and ever, I think, honestly. Like, he's slowed down a lot. We all know that. His skating is not what it used to be or what it once was. It's not even close. And yet, here he is still, folks, on the verge of 30 tucks on the season. It is unbelievable. Absolutely insane. Alex Ovechkin, hat trick goal, 29th goal of this season already. That is the 926th goal of his National Hockey League career, regular season. That is his 1,003 goals in the National Hockey League have been scored by Alexander Ovechkin when you look at regular season and playoffs combined. So mind blown, right? These are crazy, crazy numbers for Alex Ovechkin. So yeah, 926th goal in the regular season for Ovi. It's unbelievable, right? Like my mind is just so blown when you start to really think about these numbers. Yeah, I mean, he breaks Gretzky's goal record last season. People had wondered, not me, by the way, not me. I always knew that he was going to get that all-time goals record. You can go back, you can look at my Facebook post from 2008, I said it, okay? But a lot of people wondered if he would even be able to get to Gretzky's mark. Not even, I shouldn't say even, because no one has gotten there until Alex Ovechkin did it. But a lot of people wondered, the point is, if he could get to Gretzky's mark of 894. And now, obviously, he has just blown past it. This is 926 goals. This is unbelievable. And yeah, like I said, multiple hat tricks this season for Alex Ovechkin. That goal there makes it 7-4 for the Washington Capitals. And like I said, Utah would get nothing else past Logan Thompson. And so that would be it. That would be your final score. The Washington Capitals, they come into Utah, and from down 3-1 after the first period, they come back, they kick ass, and they win this thing 7-4. That would be your final score. And nice to see Dylan Strome on the board with a couple of assists in this game as well. He has been relatively quiet recently. That is an understatement. So yeah, nice to see him back on the score sheet here with a couple of helpers. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. Whew. Yeah, a lot to talk about from that game. Obviously, there was a lot that happened, but it was a really, really, really fun hockey game and a really great performance by our Washington Capitals. Obviously coming together as a team, as we have seen so many times from them before. I think, that goes without saying for this team, right? They are always going to stick up for one another. That is something that they have done consistently for a very long time, no matter what the scoreboard says at the time, no matter what the standings say at the time, does not matter. They are always going to have one another's backs. You love to see that. And yeah, this was a great hockey game, honestly, played by our Washington Capitals. So for their part, their next game will be in Vegas against the Golden Knights. So that should be a fun one as well. And yeah, babes, until next time, thank you all so much for being here. As always, I appreciate all of you so much. I hope that you enjoyed that game. I hope you had fun watching it, and I hope that you had fun watching this video as well. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate the support as always. And yeah, until next time, babes. And as always, especially on a night like tonight, as always, baby, let's go Caps.